Hey, what's up? I'm Corey and this is Get Sharp. In this video, I'm gonna show you how quickly I can put a burr on all these knives using the Tormek T8 and this tool right here. All right, what are you waiting for? Let's get to work. All right, this blade's got no sizable chips, so little tiny guys. So this one should go very quick. But you can see how quickly we get everything set up when we're using the Get Sharp knife jig tool. Almost, one spot. There we go. How fast is that? I gotta pause the video when I turn around because the two lights I'm using are two different color spectrums. And I have to adjust my white balance in between. Oh, this guy's gonna go so fast. 2 passes each side. That's my prediction. This little, I need this thing to grip a little bit better. I have to add some weight, but other than that, all I do, loosen this guy up. I always put this to the front, lay it down flat right here. And I want this square. I don't want it like this. I don't want it like that. I want it nice and square. And then pull this forward. And then I'm just kind of eyeballing for the perfect. I want a nice clean angle across. Kind of looking down the center here. And I want that point to be the middle. And then I tighten my knob and boom, that's it. That's all I gotta do. Don't forget to tighten this up before you go over there. Just like that. Turn the light off, turn the camera off, change the white balance, and boom, we're grinding. All right, white balance is now 6,300 from 4,300. That's a huge difference. Giving all my other YouTubers some tips here. I was watching this guy on YouTube today, Sharpen Live. Zorro, I think his name is. My goodness. He has a very unique sharpening style. Boy, I had questions for him about those low angles, but he did not want to engage. To each their own. Look at that. Still got a little chip up there. One more time each side, we're done. This is the CBN Diamond Advantage. These materials are so hard. It'll chew through your steel at an amazing rate. But these kinds of materials are not for everybody. There's some knowledge that comes with this that you must know about. So I'm not gonna recommend these to every guy out there. I'm only gonna recommend these to the guys that have a basic understanding of sharpening. If there might be a, curiosity, you might have a curiosity about CBN wheels and, how different materials react with steel. I recommend you check out the Get Sharp Discord. Man, it is hands down the single most coolest thing I've done in my life was putting that together. I thought it was going to be a handful of guys. Next thing you know, we've got 80 professional sharpeners in there. And it's turned into my own personal advisory team. And it's that for a lot of people. There's no one guy in there that's like the all-knowing expert. You got a guy that's super sharp on scissors. You got a guy that knows handles better than probably anybody in the world, if I'm being honest. You've got guys that are the all-arounders. They know a little bit about everything. You got a guy who knows where to find anything. It is really the coolest group of guys I've ever known. chips in this one. I used to always hit my knives with chips on them on the belt first, but this thing cleans them up really quickly. See how handy that Get Sharp knife jig length tool is? I don't have to adjust for nothing. Wish I would have had that thing dialed when that big 40 knife job came through. And I really wish I would have had this wheel. Got a couple stubborn little chips in there, a little deeper than I thought. Nope, still one little remnant there. All right, it's getting late, so we're just gonna finish that one and this one tonight, and we'll do the rest tomorrow. But for purposes of the video, I'm gonna end on this one, take it all the way to the end, and we'll see how sharp we can get this. Mic check. Juggling a lot these days. I'm being as active as I can in the Discord, and just, I could be looking at that thing all day if I could, but I gotta make money. I gotta work, I gotta sharpen. And we've got a couple other big projects we're working on right now. We've got the Get Sharp KFMK Bucktool machine design squad working full time. So we had our first meeting on Saturday or Sunday. It was last weekend. And it was great. We have a lot of really intelligent individuals in there. Everybody's got something to add to the project. So I'm very excited to present potentially the first ever sharpening machine designed by sharpeners. Not just one, not just two, but an entire community. How cool is that? It's quite the project, though, let me tell you. But we're gonna make it happen. I bet you that's enough right there. But boy, you can see how quick and easy this knife jig length tool is. No more adjusting the bar every time. Boom, 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 boom. I just absolutely love that thing. One of the best tools I ever invested my time into was that right there. And if you don't have something like this and you're sharpening on a Tormek system, a Win, or even a KFMK Bucktool, you need to get one of these because the time savings is insane. I know of 3 options on the market right now. One of them isn't shipping to the US at the moment due to tariffs, I guess. I don't know why they don't just make the customer pay for the tariff, but whatever, that's their choice. The other one's a Canadian company. That one's gonna run you $100 to get to your doorstep. Or you can buy this one, and I'll put this at your doorstep for $45 or less. And I've got 10 sharpeners in the world right now that are using it, and all of them love it. There's no reason not to love it when you save so much time in your sharpening process. All right. Hopefully this knife here is done because I am tired. It's 11 p.m. this Thursday. I'm starting to make little mistakes here and there because I am needing to go to bed. It's been a long week. Good news, I've got tomorrow off, but unfortunately, I've got to do accounting. Oh. Yeah, buddy. That's a sharp knife right there. Jeez. I wonder how sharp. Let's hit it with this a couple more times. Since we just hit it on the paper. And then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna guess the best sharpness on this one. And I'm gonna guess 77, okay? Oh yeah, this thing's nasty. Okay, I gotta move the cameras and all that jazz, but let's see what this guy comes in at. All right, so I'm guessing 77. Ooh, 65. Hell yeah, I'll take that all day. Last time I did a Uline paper test, I made a couple guys nervous because I was looking at the camera when I was doing it. So I figured we'd up the ante. Might have to make my hat a little bigger to fit my whole head, my whole face. Let's do this blindfolded. Damn, when I was a kid, I used to be able to do this. But I guess that's what happens when your brain grows. Okay, where's the knife? This'll work. Here we go. I guess that didn't work out too well, but at least I didn't cut myself. Oh, look. Oh, I love to live a little dangerously. Well, we're just over here having fun. Thank you for swinging by if you're new. And we have probably one of the biggest sharpening networks happening right now on the Get Sharp Discord. We're just having a blast and appreciate everybody that's contributing. We got some guys taking a leadership role. Ray Sharpens and Austin and Matt. So I appreciate you guys so much for helping with the Discord. And yeah, this is the best sharpening shop on YouTube. Thank you. I'll see you next time.